Welcome to Shenandoah High School, where tonight the Seminoles will take on the Shenandoah Zeps. The Zeps come into the game with a record of 3-3 and a 1-1 in the Pioneer Valley Conference. The Seminoles, of course, 6-0 with a 3-0 record in the PVC. Our first road game in a couple of weeks, Lance, against the Shenandoah team coming off a win last week. What can we look for, and what would be some of the keys tonight?
Well, Jeff, it's an inning game. Big key tonight will be coming out early and establishing a ground game. We've lived by that all year long. That just seems to open everything else up. Another big key will be stopping their passing game early. We get on top quick, make them have to throw to where we know they're going to throw, get some pass rush going, we'll be in good shape.
As usual, jumping right on a team with a lesser record right at the beginning is very much a key. This is Jeff Stevens along with Lance Safont, Dale Eddy, and Joanne Palmer with you tonight. As I said, we're with you from Shenandoah High School, and we're just moments away from the kickoff. And did you happen to see who won the toss and what's going on down there?
I didn't see it. I'll tell you what, this band making all that noise, quite a band over here. Took my attention away. I didn't get to see it.
Well, I see Joe Kress down here. Looks like he's going to limber up the arm a little bit, so that tells me the Seminoles will be receiving, and we'll go on offense first.
Good eye, Jeff.
He's got to pick up these little things in there a little bit. Yeah, after 7 weeks, you start learning a few of these things. So the Zeps will kick off. Number 91 will be their kickoff man, John Webster. 5'5", 160-pound senior. And he'll kick off to the Seminoles. And as usual, it appears that Robinson, Weddle, and Kramer will be the deep people. We see everybody pulled up close here. Looks like, looking for a possible onside kick. Pull everybody up tight. Now the Zeps will break out, and they're going to send some extra people over to the left side. The Seminoles adjusting accordingly. And there is the onside kick. It's going to scoot through. Kramer's going to pick it up and break away from the tackle and be brought down at about the 35-yard line. The kicker, Webster, on the tackle. What about that strategy, Lance?
Well, we didn't do a real good job of gathering that ball in. We did get good field position out of it. It had been a better kick, and we did that kind of job picking the ball up. We may have been in trouble.
Could look for a lot of things such as that from Shenandoah. They could play a little bit loose, have nothing to lose. The pressure on the Seminoles. Center Ben Klein out over the ball. Joe Kress, the quarterback, for our first play from scrimmage. And to fake the Shoemaker.
He's wide open.
And he'll go out in the flat to Wilson. It's complete for a short pickup.
That's a nice play. Dustin Robinson, though, had a lot of room out there. Looked like he ran a corner route from the wingback position there.
Yeah, it looked like Dustin was behind the corner on that side for 3 yards. Be 2nd and 7, ball about the 38-yard line. We'll get a wing formation to the left. Powell in the backfield, and they'll give to Shoemaker off the left side. Nice running room. He's going to gain about 5 or 6 yards. Be just shy of the first down.
Shenandoah running just a straight 5-man front, 5-2. Basically what Monroe Central spends most of their time in. Should make it easy for our line to pick up their blocking schemes.
Seems like a lot of teams that have been playing some various 4-man fronts, 4-4 defenses so far this year.
We faced an 8 and sometimes 10-man front down at Fort Fry a couple weeks ago.
3rd down about a yard. Again, a power formation to the left with the wing. Weddle, Shoemaker. He'll have the first down. As he'll be across the 45 near the 49-yard line. Tackled by number 85. Luke Combs of the Zeps.
We've sort of answered the call, Jeff, facing those 8 and 10 man line. 4 Fry come out, and Joe Crest did a real nice job of hitting the open receivers down there. That's something that later on in the season, if you plan on advancing, you have to be able to do, and Joe's shown so far this year he can do it.
Now, we felt that Joe would improve as the year went. He has not disappointed us. There's the fake to Shoemaker. Crest keeps again out in the flat here, and it's complete. Scott Wilson once again. So let's call it 4 yards on the play, but once again, you're hitting the short man off the play fake to Shoemaker, and it could be setting things up for the big bomb here at any time.
I'll tell you, we've got wideouts that can catch the ball, and Scott Wilson's really starting to prove that he can catch the ball. Like I said, the more weapons you have, the more chances you have of hitting the big one.
Slot formation to the left. Hughes the wideout. Weddle in the slot. They'll give the ball to Robinson. A big hole off the right side. He's going to break into the open across the 30. He's to the 25-yard line before he's pulled down over there by number 20 of the Zeps, Nathan Thomas. But
nice hole that time of the right side of the line.
22-yard pickup on the first carry of the evening for Dustin Robinson. And a scoring opportunity for the Seminoles on their initial possession. And again, coming on the road and playing a team that will probably be fired up, playing an unbeaten team, to be able to drive down the field and have a chance at points on your first possession can just set the tempo for the whole evening. Again, same formation, slot left. Crest back, he's going to throw to Hughes. He'll fumble the football, but the ball was whistled dead by the officials. Hughes going to be inside the 20. They're going to mark him down around the 18-yard line, maybe close to the 17. Pickup of a good 5 yards.
Central doing a real nice job early of mixing things up. A lot of passes for Monroe Central Ball Club. It's got to make Shenandoah shake their head and wonder, what do we key on here?
And the short passing game, something that Monroe Central has not done a lot of, but it's nice to be able to see that. He'll come back and give the ball to Shoemaker with a large hole off the right side. He'll be down near the 3-yard line. And it will be a first down for Monroe Central. Again, the right side of the line doing a fine job opening up a very large hole.
Boer, J.R. Young, Scott Wilson on that right side. We've had 2 or 3 nice runs already this drive, and that hole and the hole that they opened up for Dustin Robinson, I'll tell you, backs can't ask for much more than that.
First and goal, ball on the 3-yard line. Again, a wing right formation. Weddle will be the wingman to the right. He'll be in motion to the left. Shoemaker, and he'll walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Monroe Central on the board. 7 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the first period, and it's 6-0.
Real impressive drive, Jeff. There's one of the keys that we stated right at the top of the show. We needed to get on them early, establish a ground attack, and we did that. Established a passing attack, which I didn't expect.
Snap back, Ludwig puts the hole down. Crest's kick looked like it was pretty much right down the middle. So, 7 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the first period. The Seminoles on the board with their initial drive. Monroe Central 7, Shenandoah nothing. We'll be right back with the kickoff.
For fashion and safety, light up your life with LA Gear light shoes. Other brand names include Nike, Reebok, LA Cross, rubber boots, Red Wing steel-toed sport and insulated boots, soft spots, hush puppies, naturalizers, Wolverines, and Cliniques. Jeans for the entire family and fall separates for men and women. Take time to see their craft and gift sections. Consignments welcome. Now's a great time to shop Shoe Corner. New fall items arriving daily and great clearance sales too. That's Shoe Corner on Main Street in Woodsfield.
The kickoff, number 20, Thomas, and number 21, McElfresh deep for Shenandoah. 7-0 in the early going. Chris kicks. It's a low line drive. It's going to hit and roll. McElfresh will pick it up near the 10-yard line. And he's going to trip and go down really much on his own there as he crosses the 25 near the 27-yard line. Maybe he saw some film of Kramer and Demmerling and Hamilton and Wilson, those guys coming down through there, and he decided maybe he'd just get on the ground.
Well, the worst part about it was he had already passed Kramer. Jeremy swung it out wide and come in behind him, and it looks like he caught the heel of the fellow in front of him trying to throw a block for him.
Two wide receivers both sides for Shenandoah. Their quarterback, Cobb, he's under pressure and will be sacked. And lost. J.R. Young, number 71, in on that play. And it looked like also
Hamilton
in there on that, but Shenandoah is going to come back and no huddle. Their quarterback, Cobb, just a sophomore, but over 800 yards passing, so the Zeps will put it up a lot. They have three receivers to this right side. Cobb in the shotgun, once again under pressure, and he's going to be sacked by Jeremy Kramer back at the 10-yard line. And this is not exactly what Coach McVay of Shenandoah had in mind for his first offensive possession.
Well, I'll tell you, things hold true here. I'll feel awful good about my keys to the game tonight. Nice drive to open things up and get on top early, and a nice pass rush here early to combat that run and shoot. Because I'll tell you, they get things rolling that run and shoot, and it's hard to slow them down.
As you mentioned, Shenandoah has over 800 yards passing as a team. They have twice as many yards passing as they do rushing, so they want to put the ball up. But if you get good pressure like that, that's makes that rushing yardage go to the negative. And we know we're going to have a penalty flag on 3rd and long. It's from the referees, and it's a delay of game against Shenandoah. After 15 yards and losses on a couple of sacks, another 5 yards back. Shenandoah will now have to put the ball in play from their own 7-yard line. It's 3rd and around 30. Zeps have went back to the huddle. And Cobb, the quarterback, will be back under center for this 3rd and long situation. There's a back in motion. That's number 20, Thomas. They're going to run the option to the left. The pitch to Thomas, and not much going there. Wilson on the tackle along with
Weddle.
Looks like Will Weddle. So that'll bring up 4th down and long in a punting situation.
Nice job by the whole right side of our defensive line stringing that out. Wilson, kept contained with the quarterback and the running back at time. That's big if you can get your defensive ends to play the option like that.
So the punter, number 91, Webster, from his own end zone. Some pressure on there by Shoemaker. The kick is short. It'll hit and roll out of bounds. It'll be a very effective punt. Got a bounds around the 43-yard line. Be about a 35-yard punt with some good pressure put on there. And I think it may have been Shoemaker that extended himself and nearly had a hand on the kick. So the Seminoles will take over once again in excellent field position in Shenandoah territory. 4 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the first period. Again, a slot formation to the left with Hughes, the wide receiver. Kress under center. First back, Shoemaker. The ball's fumbled. It's still loose. And somebody's on it for the Seminoles. That's a break. And I'm not real certain who.
Looks like J.R. Young come back and got the ball that time. It was on the ground an awful long time.
The ball was on the ground. It looked like someone for Shenandoah had an opportunity and fell on the ball, but then it came loose again. So fortunately, somebody for the Seminoles, and it looked like it was J.R. on the ball, and that's going to be a big loss, but it's sure better than a lost possession. Fumble is something that have not been much of a problem this year for the Seminoles, and let's hope that's not a sign of things to come as the evening progresses.
It doesn't look like they made the connection there on the handoff and taking the ball.
Kress on the option. He'll turn it and keep it. He has some running room. Still on his feet. Crest may have the first down, and he will. So he's going to be marked down near the 31-yard line.
Joe Crest has done an excellent job this year running that option. We've witnessed 2 or 3 times when he's come down the field 8-10 yards and made the pitch. Joe cut the corner and saw daylight and took it for as many as he could get. Big first down for the Seminoles.
Defensive man on that side for Shenandoah chose to take the pitch man. So once Joe reads that, he just tucks it under and runs. Stepped away from a tackler. About a 15, 18-yard pickup, and it's a first down. We'll try it the other side. This time they'll pitch back to Robinson. He's going to be down near the 25-yard line.
It goes to show what a play that was. Scott Wilson made at the other end down on the goal line. We've 2 nice carries there for about 25 yards on options. It's not an easy thing to stop, and we made it look easy down there. Just a series of gap.
Keith Lazier now checks in the lineup from Monroe Central, replacing Dustin Hughes with the play. And he's brought in a slot left formation. The backs are in the eye. Handoff. First back, Shoemaker steps away from the tackle. And into the end zone once again, Luke Shoemaker. His second touchdown of the evening. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. And it looks like the Seminoles did in fact come ready to play tonight.
Real nice hole again up the middle. Just a quick hitter. Luke lined up pretty close to Joe Crest that time. Took the handoff and found a nice seam to take off down through. The offensive line doing a real nice job of opening some holes tonight.
Snap back once again down. That's Jeremy Kramer of the snapper. Jason Ludwig the holder. The kick is good. 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the first period. And so far, all Seminoles 14-0. We'll be right back.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You can spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low, low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pop and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion Dog Food at big, big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
We're back. Second kickoff of the evening for Joe Crest, 14-0. Seminoles lead. We're still in the first period of play. Again, Thomas and McElfresh deep for the Zeps. Low kick on the ground to be picked up and fumbled. It's still loose. And wait for the signal, but it looks like the Seminoles are on it.
I don't know. I think the Zeps may have. I'll tell you, that ball's got to be hard to get down on.
No signal as of yet, and Shenandoah has recovered the ball.
I'll tell you what, Dustin had the ball way before anybody got there. When you hit the ball going 100 miles an hour.
Dustin Hughes was on the ball, and Coach Acosta very upset about the call. It looked like Dustin was on the ball, and while they were on the ground, somebody took it away from him. And Coach Acosta and Coach Singleton both having a word. That's the official right there on this side. So it's always nice when the official you want to speak to is close by.
Yeah.
But once again, it usually does no good. Double wide receivers both sides. Cobb's going to throw a quick one to number 22. And he's going to be stopped after a very short gain. That's Philip Holstein on the reception. What almost was a very big break right there from Monroe Central. Turns out to not be such a break, but the Zeps with a short pickup of about 4 yards on their first down play, and that's the first play they've had tonight for positive yardage.
That's why you don't like to turn them in towards the middle of the field after you catch the pass there. Those linebackers come looking.
Cobb begins the pressure. He fumbles the ball. And the Seminoles have recovered. And I'm not sure.
Jeremy Baker on the recovery according to the PA man.
According to the PA, Jeremy Baker on the recovery. So let's give Jeremy Baker credit for the recovery. A couple other Seminoles right there. But Monroe Central ball, regardless, 1:35 remaining in the first period. Monroe Central 2 for 2 on touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. Hughes going deep to the end zone. Kress overthrows him. And as we mentioned earlier, the 3 passes for short gains on the initial possession. Look for something deep. Kress trying to get Dustin Hughes deep toward the end zone and just not able to make connection. Second down 10. The ball on the 33-yard line. Cole Harrelson, number 84, replaces Hughes as a split end to the left side. Kress will hand to Shoemaker. He's going to be stopped by a whole host of Shenandoah players. And somebody was through a gap there and had a hold of Kress as he made that handoff.
There wasn't much room on that play. That's really the first time that they have stopped up the middle like that and held us to minimal gain.
Yeah, other than the play during the last possession, there was a fumble on that Monroe Central was able to recover. That's the first time Shenandoah has really done anything to make a play. So third down now and about 7. Here comes the option again. Kress, he's going to pitch back to Robinson. He's going to pick up a block, and he's going to get the first down near the 20-yard line. And Will Weddle, number 34, threw a very fine block right there to enable Dustin Robinson to get upfield and get the first down. A lot of times some of the blockers in the offensive line and also that lead back doesn't get the credit they deserve on some of the plays, but right there Will Weddle appeared to do a fine job and definitely responsible for freeing Dustin up for that extra yardage in the first down.
That's not an easy block to make in the open field that way, and he totally handled number 22.
Right, he has to make sure that he makes contact above the waist and doesn't get down below the waist, which would be a penalty. Here's the handoff to Robinson, second man through. Again, a fine hole on that right side. Dustin's going to pick up more than 5 yards.
I'll tell you something, Jeff. Number 72 for Shenandoah, 6'3", 215 pounds, hit Dustin about a yard past the line of scrimmage. Dustin ended up with nearly an 8-yard pickup on the play, so the little guy's got some power.
We've reached the end of the first period with Monroe Central knocking at the door once again to score. Monroe Central 14, Shenandoah nothing. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with the second quarter.
72, defensive tackle. He hit Dustin right into the scrimmage jet leg. 8-yard gain.
Masters Garage has recently added a new service to their long list of automotive repairs. They're now rebuilding starters, alternators, and generators. And remember, they specialize in custom exhaust work with the Ben Pearson Muffler Shop, as well as brake work, lube jobs, and oil changes. Masters features a full line of Quaker State products, including oil, filters, lube products, and parts to keep your vehicle in top running condition. Call Masters Garage today at 472-1232.
FW Shoemaker Insurance Agency was established in 1903. They have 3 agents and 3 customer service representatives to give you the kind of service you deserve. Being an independent insurance agency means they represent different companies, allowing them to compare for you. For all of your insurance needs, auto, home, life, bonds, business, or farms, contact FW Shoemaker Insurance Agency at 472-0876.
Back for the second period. A couple of Noble County residents before the game downstairs told me that they felt the game would be over by halftime. I want to identify those people. Word will get back to what they said, but
we're not that weak.
But looks like
that's what they meant.
I'm not sure. I think they were not giving their team a lot of credit. But Coach McVeigh cannot be pleased with the beginnings of this game. Coach McVeigh, a Monroe County native, a River graduate. He's from Powhatan. Kress hands to Shoemaker. Not much. Again, number 11. Hendershot, number 72. Wiley on the tackle. Might mention here, as I said, Coach McVeigh in his first year as head coach of Shenandoah, graduate of River High School, and Lance, I believe you know a little bit of Coach McVeigh from your time up at West Liberty.
Well, Coach McVeigh and I were teammates at West Liberty for 3 years. I'll tell you, he was an intense ball player. He was strong as an ox. He bench pressed over 400 pounds.
I think he brings some of that same type of intensity to his team. But tonight, some problems. Here comes Kress on the option again. A lot of room. He's going to cut it up. And Joe Kress into the end zone. Touchdown, Monroe Central. Joe Kress, I believe his second touchdown of the year. And that'll make it 20-0 in the opening moments of the second period. Kress now for the third time tonight will make the change of the shoe. Even has his own person to run out there and grab his shoe to take care of him there. Winter Dixon runs out there and picks up the shoe for him. Kress ready to kick. Snap is good. The hold is good. And the kick is good. 11 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the second period. Monroe Central 21, Shenandoah nothing. We're going to keep it right here. This might be a good opportunity, Lance. We talked about Coach McVeigh there. Little relations on the Monroe Central team you might be able to talk about.
Well, yeah, Coach McVeigh, I'm not sure if he's too happy with his relatives right now. He's cousins with the Shoemakers. Luke Shoemaker would be his cousin. Mrs. Shoemaker, my mother-in-law's from Powhatan. I'm sure she's happy that I'm talking about her this evening. I won't give her nicknames or anything like that, but anyway, Pudgy's boy Luke and Mike are cousins.
So Barb, if you're watching out there, Barb, the next family get-together, don't rub it in on Coach McVeigh too much, all right? Joe Kress ready to kick off again. Boy, Barb's going to kill me next time she sees me.
Oh, you!
Joe Kress to kick off once again. Thomas, McElfresh deep for Shenandoah. Again, to kick on the ground. Number 20, Thomas will pick it up around his own 20-yard line, try to get outside. Hughes has a hand on him, and he's going to be brought out of bounds. Shoemaker over there, assisting Hughes on the play. They get up just across the 30 at about the 31-yard line, where Shenandoah will take over in what's probably been their best field position so far. Three possessions have resulted for them, or two possessions that they have had has resulted in a lost yardage and a punt and a turnover. Again, two wide receivers to both sides, single setback. Cobb wants to throw. We'll get outside, now he's going to keep it. He'll be brought down. Wilson and Weddle. That's about an 8-9 yard pickup to the 41-yard line, just shy of the first down. It looked like Cobb wanted to go on a quick pass once again to one of his slot backs on the left side and didn't have him as he was able to get outside the defensive people, just turned it upfield and had some running room.
Well, Cobb did a nice job there of keeping the ball up to where it looked like he was going to throw. Had he thrown it there the last time he pumped, he was about 2 yards past the line, but a real nice job keeping the defensive backs honest and making them honor.
Quarterback in the shotgun. Three receivers to the right. Cobb looking downfield, looking again. He's going to throw complete to number 15. He's going to step away and get a nice gain. Not a good job of tackling by a couple of the Seminoles. Number 15 is Daniel Fish. Wide open as he kind of hooked in there, nowhere around him, turned it up and picked up about, I'd say 17 yards. Again, the Zeps up without the huddle.
Nice blocking that time by the Shenandoah line. Gave Cobb a little chance to look around, and Fish found himself a little spot there and sat down, and he was wide open.
No confusion by the Shenandoah offensive personnel. They'll call a timeout to try to get people on the field and make sure they know what's going on. And even with the score 21-0, defensively, the Seminoles cannot relax and allow Shenandoah to get on the board and get a little bit of confidence.
Well, there's 2 plays and nearly 30 yards. That's the thing about this run and shoot is it can get you back in a ball game real quick if you're clicking.
If people remember, it's a very similar type of formation and very similar to what Shadyside ran back early in the season. Coach McVeigh, an assistant the last few years at Shadyside. So he may have brought some of that with him when he was hired as the coach here at Shenandoah.
Over the years, Shenandoah's always had 2 or 3 nice receivers. Seems like every year they're strong in the receiver category. When they're not, they seem to have down years.
Cobb will go back under center. He'll have backs behind him in the eye. Again, he'll fake to his tailback and have some pressure. He'll throw it. That's intercepted. That's 45. Dustin Hughes. He'll get back to midfield.
Not sure where that ball was intended, but Dustin Hughes basically was the only jersey in the area, white or green.
I believe that's the first interception that Dustin has had this year. And if you watched the Thursday night Coach's Corner show, you may have heard Coach Acosta and Jerry Calder talk about the little wager that there is as far as the secondary people and their interceptions. And if my count is correct, that's the 12th interception the secondary has had this year, and that was their goal. And we're just in the 7th game of the year, so hopefully they'll be able to get a few more.
I think that's steak dinners.
I believe steak dinner. Somebody better get the charcoal on the grill. Crest back, he'll throw. Has some running room now. Across the midfield, across the 45. They pulled out of bounds by number 72. That's Wiley. He pulled Crest down and also pulled an official down that was at the same area.
Hey, Alan Marley, it's a big boy, 6'3", 215. Doing a real nice job to get all the way to the sideline like that and pull the quarterback down. Didn't give up when they flushed him out of the pocket.
No more Crest out of bounds at the 45-yard line after pickup of 4 yards, just bringing up 2nd and 6. Crest is going to give to Robinson, hole off the left side. He's going to get outside. He is running room, but there's a flag down across the 30, out of bounds over near the 26-yard line. We'll wait a moment and see what the flag is.
I'm not sure, but I can't imagine anything in that area that's not against the offense.
That's the area that when that flag comes in, probably a holding or a clipping penalty against the offense. The signal is clipping against Monroe Central. That will negate about an 18-yard pickup by Dustin Robinson. 15-yard penalty from the point of the foul. They'll put it back into Monroe Central territory on the 45-yard line. We'll repeat 2nd down, but it'll be 2nd and about 16.
So we've done a nice job all year of downfield blocking when guys seem to break free. But I'm afraid what happens there, Dustin broke that outside, and you got your linemen looking for someone to block, and they're chasing, and there's nobody to hit in front of you that's going to be facing you. It's a no-win situation. They need to peel back and pick somebody off that's coming.
Crest back, he wants to throw. He's going to throw a little screen out here to Shoemaker. Picks up a block from J.R. Young. Shoemaker across the 50 and the 45 down near the 41-yard line. Picked up a nice block from J.R. Young. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. Once again, just a screen all the way. A couple linemen out in front. Picked up a block there from Young and was able to get upfield and pick up the yardage that was lost on the penalty.
We picked up 14. Joe's quietly piling up a few yards here passing this half. I can only remember 1 incomplete pass so far.
He steadily is moving up the statistics in the Valley. His passing game has improved greatly. There's Robinson, 2nd man through. He'll have the 1st down. He's inside the 35 near the 33-yard line. Number 2, Rudy Denius, and on the tackle.
Dustin doing a real nice job of following his blockers there. You got a kid about 6'2" and 185, 190 pounds in front of you. Dustin just ducks behind him and says, lead the way. Real nice pickup for Dustin there.
Keith Leisure in with the play, replacing Hughes. He'll be wide to the right side. Weddle in the slot. Oh, fake to Robinson. Back to throw, going deep toward the end zone, overthrown. The intended receiver was Wilson, and number 91, it looks like. That's John Webster. The defensive back had a hand on it about the goal line, was not able to make the play. Second down 10 from the 33. Hughes back into the lineup, replacing Leisure. Seven minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the second period. Both ends tight. Robinson wing left. Again, fake the Weddle. Kress going to tuck it under. Going to try to run. He's going to be pulled down by number 72 once again, Alan Wiley. Wiley boy's been in on a lot of tackles here in the early going. He'll bring Kress down after about a 2-yard pickup.
Wiley lining up against J.R. Young. J.R. doing a real nice job. Wiley isn't one of the guys flushing him out of the pocket. He's one of the guys still back at the line of scrimmage.
J.R.'s doing a good job keeping Wiley out of there. Wiley's not putting any pressure on the quarterback. He's getting some tackles here just because he's getting knocked out of the play, and the play happens to find him.
Exactly.
So Kress, once again, on this 3rd and 8 situation, will run the option once again. Kress going to tuck it under and run. And he's going to have the first down out of bounds down near the 16-yard line. And a huge amount of running room there, mainly because the defensive player who was being optioned came across and tackled Dustin Robinson in the backfield.
He tackled Dustin at about the 43-yard line that time, Jeff. That's one way to make sure that the pitch man doesn't get the ball, but it doesn't leave a lot of men out there for contain.
Usually, defensive coaches will tell their people to come down and make the quarterback pitch the ball. It seems like Shenandoah now is saying they would rather Kress run it instead of Robinson, and Joe has had a couple of very big gains. First down at the 16-yard line. The pitch is loose. That's a problem. Shenandoah is on the ball.
Well, there was a big mix-up that time. I'm not sure. There's one of two people that the mix-up could be on, Joe or Will. Joe turned and pitched the ball and just about hit Will in the back with it. Whether Joe was supposed to throw it the other way or whether Will was supposed to turn around and catch it remains to be seen. But basically the first fumble turnover that I've seen in a while for the Seminoles.
The ball hit Will right in the back. The pitch was not bad. It's just that Will wasn't ready for it. Now, whether he was not supposed to get it or what happened, but the result is a fumble. Shenandoah takes over. And Cobb is back to pass, and Eric Hamilton all over him and throws him to the ground. About an 8-yard loss and a sack for Eric Hamilton.
Hamilton doing a nice job, really starting to come around in there and feel a little bit comfortable with the nose guard. His brother Kenny did an excellent job for us last year. Now,
Cobb's going deep, and there's another interception. Kramer with the interception. A fine job by Eric Kramer keeping his depth and not allowing the receiver to get behind him. And really, it was an easy interception for Kramer. Back about midfield, he'll get it back up to about the 43-yard line. And another interception for the secondary.
I'll tell you, Eric just about had to throw his hand up and signal fair catch that time. He was the only guy back there, and the ball hung up for quite a while there. The boy from Shenandoah just about had time to run under it.
It's another turnover. That'll be the third Shenandoah turnover, I believe, of the first half. Seminoles back in action. The ball on the 43-yard line. And Shoemaker's the ball carrier. He's going to have a first down and more, much more. One man to beat to the end zone. Touchdown, Luke Shoemaker, 43 yards, no flags.
Uncle Chuck and Cousin Rod down there to congratulate Luke in the end zone. 43 yards. Excellent run. Nice hole to start things off, and Luke just doing a nice job shaking blockers in the open field.
5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. 27-0 with the extra point upcoming. As they'll shift out of the muddle huddle set back to the line of scrimmage. Kramer over the ball. Jason Ludwig to hold. Snaps a little high. Ludwig does a good job getting it down. It kicks right through, right into the middle of the Shenandoah band. But with 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining, Monroe Central 28, Shenandoah nothing. We'll be right back with the kickoff.
You want to keep on getting all the power and performance that your car was built to deliver. So use BP Super Unleaded Gasoline from Demchex BP. Keep your vital fuel injectors clean to prevent hard starting, stalling, hesitation, and poor mileage. Filling your tank is just a start. We wash windshields, check motor oil, belts, hoses, coolant levels, and windshield washer fluid. You stay in the driver's seat while we do the work, or help yourself at the self-serve island. At Demchex BP, you have a choice.
You're a busy person. You don't have time to drive all over the Ohio Valley to check prices, go back 2 weeks later to pick up your order, and still not be happy about the quality. The good news is, you don't have to. The Sports Connection is right here with a full line of sports attire, including shirts, shorts, socks, ball hats, and of course school jackets. Professional and college team clothing is available. We do monogramming, embroidering, silk screening, transfers, and lettering. We outfit any team, any size. Save time and money when you take your custom orders to the Sports Connection.
Okay, we're back. Joe Chris's kickoff. This one high, it'll hit a little bit short, and still will roll around and go out of bounds. Now the flag goes down, apparently was not touched by the Shenandoah receiver over there, Nathan Thomas, number 20. So it will be a penalty, and we'll see what Shenandoah decides to do.
I would assume that they'll take the ball at the 35-yard line here, being that it's only a 5-yard penalty on the illegal procedure.
They can take the ball at the 35 or force a re-kick. I'm assuming they'll not take the option of taking the ball where it went out of bounds, since that's down around the 16, 17-yard line. And let's see what the signal is. It looks like that will be what will happen. Shenandoah will opt to take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Special teams this year, Jeff, done a real fine job for the Seminoles. That's something that we've had a little different this year. They gave that responsibility to Coach Fox. He's done a real nice job. He's taken a lot of pride in it. He runs up and down the sideline just the same as the players do.
Cobb will hand the ball to his running back, number 24, Troy Miller. And a pretty nice pickup on first down there, about 7 yards. Make it second, about 3. Right, you mentioned special teams. A lot of times that goes unnoticed, but a nice kickoff return, nice punt return, and something just as simple as converting the extra points. Exactly. The kicking game there and good kickoff coverage can make a big difference in a game. Handoff once again to number 24. He stopped just shy of the first down. Looked like someone had his legs there. It may have been Weddle, who kind of was able to hold him, and some help was there. Jeremy Baker kind of finished him off.
Nice pursuit by the Seminoles. Really, all the running back had to do was fall forward for the first down, and the pursuit got there, and there was no way he was falling in the right direction. That's for sure.
He tried to break away from the tackle, and he took a pretty good shot. So the quarterback sneak on 3rd and short by Cobb, and a pretty good pickup for a quarterback sneak, and it will result in a first down. Just about 5 yards for Cobb on that play. So first down Shenandoah, just inside 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Once again, the quarterback Cobb in the shotgun. He'll throw a quick one over here to his receiver, number 2, Venius. And he'll be brought down over there by Hughes and Jeremy Kramer. And the result will be about a 4-yard loss.
Dustin Hughes doing a real nice job on that. Dustin's responsibility in straight 50 is the flat. I'll tell you what, Dustin hasn't got a lot of credit this year, but not too many guys have got by him on that strong side of the field.
You mentioned earlier Dustin's first interception of the year, and you notice the interceptions, but you don't notice the fact that the man over there doesn't catch the ball a lot. So a good job as a defensive back, and it's the first year he's played defensive back. Cobb under a tremendous amount of pressure once again. He'll be sacked for a loss. Baker and Hamilton on the play. The loss back to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up third and about 20. And as we mentioned almost every week, the best pass defense is a good pass rush.
Exactly. Hey, touching again on that about Dustin Hughes over there on the strong side, he's got a freshman lined up behind him at defensive back, and when teams pick up their scouting reports and see freshman defensive back, first thing they think is we're going to his side of the field. So he's not doing a good job because they're going away from him. He's just doing a nice job.
Cobb under some pressure once again. The pass out here in the flat is incomplete. They tried to set up a little bit of a screen there. A lot of pressure once again. Baker, Hamilton, Burr, all putting some heat on the quarterback. The pass falls incomplete. Fourth down and about 20, 2:16 remaining in the first half. The Seminoles will get the ball back once again as they get the sign over here on the sideline as far as the return.
Shenandoah started out at their 35-yard line there, went 15 yards on the ground. Jeff, first down and
very short punt. They'll just let it roll dead over there about the 40-yard line. About a 22-yard punt by Shenandoah.
Makes you wonder why they didn't keep it on the ground. They run 3 plays, gained 15 yards or 5 yards of play, and come out and tried to throw the ball and got yourselves in trouble. So maybe Monroe Central's thinking that Shenandoah's going to pass. Maybe they should be trying to run the ball a little bit.
Okay. Just inside 2 minutes remaining before halftime. We'll see how Monroe Central will play this. A couple of timeouts left. See if they try to get another score on the board. Wishbone formation. And Weddle will pick up his first carry of the night and get about 5 or 6 yards across the 45. So 6 yards for Weddle on first down. Clock continues to run now with 1 minute 30 seconds left in the first half. Kramer, that's Eric Kramer in with the play, replacing Weddle. Chance for Monroe Central here to maybe work on their 2-minute drill. Robinson in motion. They'll give to Kramer off the left side. He's got some running room. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 35. Eric Kramer.
Just a freshman, I'll tell you, he's some ball player, Jeff. I watched him the other evening against St. John's in a reserve game. Visiting teams have to wonder, we're going to be playing these guys for years to come, and they got kids that are freshmen that are that big and that talented.
Weddle returns to the lineup. Nice pickup there for the first down by Eric Kramer. Slot formation, the clock stopped with 58 seconds remaining in the half. Kress drops back. He wants to throw. He's going deep for Hughes. Oh, incomplete. Dustin Hughes had his hands on the ball, unable to hang on. And Dustin badly wants to get in the end zone this year. What a pass reception. And he's kicking himself right now.
I'll tell you, Dustin, he wants in the end zone, but he's taken this well, the fact that he hasn't scored. His cousin Matt intercepted a pass Monday evening, took it in for about a 10, 15, 20-yard touchdown, and Dustin made the comment that at least there is a Hughes that can find the end zone, so he's not letting it bother his game. He's still doing a nice job.
Dustin takes a lot of pride in the fact that he's averaged better than 20 yards of reception and helps set up a lot of touchdowns. Here's the pass. It's short hops the intended receiver. That's Keith Lazier. The clock still stopped with 45 seconds remaining in the half. That'll be 3rd and 10.
Nice pattern that time by Keith. Ran about a 12, 14-yard curl pattern, hooked up, and I think it was just Joe tried to have a little too much zip on the ball and didn't quite get it there.
Hughes back in the lineup, replacing Leisure on this third down. Slot formation to the right side. Again, pass, pressure on the backside, and some more pressure and fumble, and looks like Shenandoah has recovered. Knocked the ball loose from Kress as he tried to scramble away from the pressure, and it'll be the second turnover and the second lost fumble of the evening.
Dave Fish recovered that fumble.
So with 38 seconds remaining in the half and the clock now running, Shenandoah will take possession. And we'll see what they'll do here. Right now they're allowing the clock to run as the quarterback Cobb just now reaching the huddle. A lot of teams don't realize they want to change of possession if the ball's not out of bounds. The clock continues to run, and they've lost a lot of time here. 3 receivers to the right side. Cobb in the shotgun, wants to throw. He's kind of limping. I'm not sure what the problem is here, but he throws to no one over there, incomplete. And Cobb is injured. I'm not sure. He injured himself. No, he was not hit, but he definitely was limping prior to throwing the ball. So I'm not sure if he was injured earlier or what had happened, but definitely a problem with the quarterback. But he'll limp back to the huddle. And 9 seconds on the clock. It is stopped after the incomplete pass. Slot formation to the right and the left, single running back, and they'll hand off to the first back, number 24, Miller, and the clock will run out. And that'll take us to halftime, where the score is Monroe Central 28, Shenandoah nothing. We'll take a short timeout, and we'll be back with some halftime activities.
Let Swiss Lands Realty help you find what you need in a home, commercial property, or just land. Free gas, county water, a pole barn, 2 rentals, a house, and a mobile home, along with an 8-room remodeled farmhouse, 5-bay garage with 2 rooms, an office, and a bath, make this property a great buy. Located on 172 acres in Center Township. Located on 3 acres in the middle of Woodsfield, this house has 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, a formal dining room, family room, and a rec room. An ideal place for a growing family. Let Swiss Lands Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. 472-0614.
Westcourt Hair Fashion's new in name but the same in advanced high-tech hair care products and services. Westcourt is staffed with 10 highly qualified technicians to serve their clients' different needs. Products sold only in the finest salons include Nexus, Paul Mitchell, Bricado, each with a money-back guarantee. To keep that healthy look all year round, 2 Wolf tanning beds along with the best tanning and skincare products. Call 472-5350 today to get a new you at a new name, Westcourt Hair Fashions.
In the 1990s, it's nice to know there's still someone who makes decisions according to people and not just money. At Loveday Motors, customer satisfaction is number 1. Whether it's a new or used car or truck that you're shopping for or parts and service, come to Loveday's. Their friends and neighbors are working here. For your convenience and peace of mind, now's a great time to purchase a car phone. Loveday's is your ICN headquarters. Ask about discounts available to Chamber of Commerce members. With factory-trained technicians, the latest high-tech tools and equipment, and genuine GM parts, why go anywhere else? Loveday Motor Sales.
All right, back with you for the third period. Joe Kress preparing to kick off the fine halftime show by both bands. 28-0 Monroe Central lead. High kick by Kress coming down back to the 15-yard line to Thomas. And not much doing. Brought down by number 33, Eric Kramer. Brought down at about the 33-yard line. Shenandoah will take over with their initial possession of the second half, trailing by 28-0.
Monroe Central played a decent ball the first half, far from perfect with the first couple fumbles of the year, as you mentioned there during halftime. A few things we still need to work on. We're not playing the ultimate football yet.
They hand off the running back, number 24, Miller. J.R. Young in on the tackle. About a 4-yard pickup, second down 6 for Shenandoah. And interesting to see what the game plan for Shenandoah is here. Some yardage was gained on the ground toward the latter stages of the second period. But then when they went back to the passing game, not much going.
Well, they have some big boys along that front line, Jeff, and they opened up some holes. They just didn't seem to stick with that running game much.
Again, Cobb looked out here quick. Now he's under pressure. Kramer. And he's going to be pulled down for yet another loss. And that's probably the third or fourth time he has been sacked tonight with several other pressures. Jeremy Kramer will get credit for that sack. And that's about a 10-yard loss back to the 25-yard line.
Again, Jeff, they're in an obvious passing situation here. They had a 2nd and 6, elected to try a short pass. Central's defensive backs did a good job of taking that away, and not a lot to do after that's gone.
Yeah, in a passing situation, that front four there of Young, Hamilton, Baker, and Kramer, and just take off and go for the quarterback. It is a pass, and once again, pressure, and Eric Hamilton all over him. He tried to get the ball out here to somebody.
Absolutely no one in that area.
No one with a green shirt there. Coach Acosta saying, pointing that out. There's no receivers there. The official says his arm was going forward.
I've seen a lot worse calls there, Jeff, or a lot better calls. No flag on the play. It wasn't anyone within 25 yards.
I guess the official could say the ball went to nowhere because of the being hit. So the punt, and there's a flag, and that's going to be a roughing the kicker call, I believe. Ball's picked up by Robinson. He's got running room, and he's going to be out of bounds down near the 30-yard line. But I think we're going to get a roughing the kicker call.
I'm not sure what happened there, Jeff. I saw Luke right here talking to the referee about it. He was clear past the kid. The kid was still standing up, and I think we got an acting job and a good one because they did get to call.
I took my eye off as soon as the ball was kicked and went downfield, and I heard the crowd react and looked back and saw the flag and saw Luke standing back there in disbelief. But the call will be roughing the kicker. Personal foul for roughing the kicker against Monroe Central.
Should be an automatic first down.
So it will be a first down, 15-yard penalty. Takes the ball up to the 40-yard line. Second penalty, I believe, of the evening on Monroe Central. Both have been the 15-yarders. And with the score such as it is, 28-0, you don't want to get sloppy and get careless and start committing foolish penalties. And there's a handoff to the first back. And looks like maybe number 20, Nathan Thomas. He'll get about 4 yards up near the 44.
I'll be awfully surprised if they try to throw the ball here. 4 yards is a nice pickup on first down. Shenandoah's having pretty good line surge, really, Jeff.
And you're not real happy from a defensive standpoint with the yardage gained on the rush. But when you're looking for passes, the ball's fumbled. It's still loose, still rolling around. Everybody's scrambling, and officials will stop the clock, and it looks like Monroe Central has made the recovery.
Luke Shoemaker picked the ball up and tried to take off with it, didn't get any yardage with it, but a lot of guys diving around the ball, and somebody just knocked it to where it sat still and let him pick it up.
Okay, so it looked like Luke Shoemaker does have the recovery there. At least he ended up with the football, so another turnover, and that may be about the fourth Shenandoah turnover of the evening. A couple interceptions and now 2 fumbles. So Monroe Central will take over their first possession here of the third quarter at the Shenandoah 44-yard line. Kress still in at quarterback. He'll give to Robinson, and there's nobody out here at all. It's a sprint to the corner of the end zone, and Dustin Robinson will win that sprint to the end zone for a touchdown, 44 yards. Once he broke outside, not a soul from Shenandoah over here on the left side.
I'll tell you what, J.R. Young deserves a star on that play. J.R. threw a block at about the 35-yard line to spring Dustin. He put not one but 2 Shenandoah defenders on their back that time, Jeff.
And J.R., veteran senior lineman there. It's nice to see him out there in a game such as this, still throwing those big blocks. Once again, the kick by Joe Kress right through there. 5 for 5 via the PAT kicks tonight for Kress. 8 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the third period. 35-0, Monroe Central. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
Enjoy good health and extra energy by joining the Swiss Ohio Racket Club. Under new management, they offer aerobic classes, basketball, and racquetball. Volleyball leagues are forming and will start the week of October 24th. 2-on-2 basketball leagues are starting soon, and kids aerobics begin November 7th. Babysitting also available. Stay in shape all winter by using the weightlifting equipment. Make your sunbed appointments now. New bulbs for a better tan. And teen dances are back. Stop by or call today for new schedules. Swiss Ohio Racket Club.
All right, we're back here for the kickoff, and as we said before we went out, a big block by J.R. Young on that touchdown run, and we weren't the only people that saw that down the sideline. Congratulations all over for J.R. for a job well done.
I'll tell you what, you do something like that, J.R. did it in the right place. It was right out in the middle of the field where everybody could see it, and I'll tell you what, pancaked 2 fellas that time.
Kress's kick taken about the 20-yard line by number 21. That's Jason McElfresh. A little bit of running room there, so he'll get out across the 40-yard line to about the 42.
McElfresh doing what you're supposed to do when you return kickoffs. He caught that ball on the dead run and didn't slow down. Headed right up the field, got a real nice return. Gives Shenandoah a decent field position.
And once that ball hits the ground, you never know for sure what direction it may go.
Exactly. He north and south that time, but he did a nice job returning that kick.
So Shenandoah will take over 1st and 10. They'll have an I formation in the backfield. They'll give to number 20. That's Nathan Thomas. And nothing going there. That's Jeremy Kramer, number 78, unblocked. And he buries the runner Thomas in the backfield after about a 2-yard loss at the 41-yard line.
Looks like Kramer come through untouched that time. Favorable spot there. They need to throw a yard dart instead of those beanbags that bounce. He threw the beanbag down, took a nice 2-yard hop.
It makes a little bounce like that, and wherever the beanbag ends up, that's where you put the ball. 2nd and 12, Shenandoah. They'll give to the fullback. He'll try to break outside. That's number 24. And that's Troy Miller. And he'll get about 4 yards on the play. Out to the 45-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 8. Give Jeremy Baker credit for the tackle. 3rd and 8. Again, wide receivers to each side. Paxson and I. And they'll pitch the ball to number 20. That's Thomas. And again, very little running room over there. They'll be pulled down with a pickup of a yard or 2. And we'll have a stoppage of play here. Looks like we have an injury. So we'll have a stoppage in play here. 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining while Coach Acosta and Coach Fox out to tend to the injured player. Be a 4th down and about 5 situation for Shenandoah as they get ready to punt. Dustin Hughes, the injured Seminole, come up on that tackle of the running back Nathan Thomas, and it looks like he may have jammed the back of his hair, jammed his neck a little bit there, kind of rubbing his neck as he leaves the field there, but walking off on his own power, and it does not appear to be serious. That's good to see. So he'll step out for this punt situation. Number 91, Webster to kick for Shenandoah. Robinson and Weddle, as usual, deep. And it's a fake. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, number 47, Andy Christian, freshman, and he may have had the 1st down. They've been able to make connections on that, but The pass is incomplete.
Well, about a half a step behind him. Had to turn around. That's a tough catch to make. Threw a nice spiral. Just, like I said, just couldn't make it meet there.
So it goes an incomplete pass. Ball back to the line of scrimmage. Monroe Central will take over. And we see number 10, Jason Ludwig, will enter the game. And he'll get a series of quarterback here with the first unit, as Joe Kress will take this series off. Hughes also out as he sits on the bench. He's replaced by Leisure. Wishbone formation in the backfield for Monroe Central. Ludwig will hand off to his fullback, Shoemaker. Not much going there, number 77. That's Justin Morris, just as a freshman, and on the tackle. And we're going to get several players now into the game. And there will be 10 new players to come out and join the quarterback, Jason Ludwig, as the whole reserve unit. And a fine hand here by a very, very large following that once again has followed Monroe Central. They're on the road. And can't say enough about what that means to these players. They have a large crowd and they get a nice ovation like that from the fans. The JV unit in, and we'll try once again to pick up some of the players. The ball carrier is number 26, Jamie Sampson. And very little gain. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. He may even lose a half a yard. Third down and 9.
Just under 6 minutes when Coach was able to bring the subs in. So looks like going to have a lot of time to get a lot more varsity game experience for these younger fellows.
This will be what, about the fourth time that the younger kids have been able to get extended playing time. Ludwig wants to throw, and he will throw to Leisure. He'll turn it to the outside. Has some running room, tripped up there by number 21, Jason McElfresh. But the pass is complete to Keith Leisure. And first down.
Nice job by Keith looking that ball in. Nice pass by Jason Ludwig. 21 there, just barely got his shoestring.
I like to see on that short pass like that, the receiver turns out to the outside as Keith did there. I know a lot of times you just want to turn it up and get as much as you can, but turn to the outside away from that defensive pressure, and you might get some yardage. And that was the case with Keith, and he was just tripped up. First and 10. Now Ludwig. And he'll give to number 24, Trigg. And he'll get about 3-4 yards across the 30, about the 28-yard line. Rob Trigg in the end zone last week against Waterford. Leisure returns to the lineup, replaces number 86, Levi Wilson. The center is number 50, Eric Rose. Ludwig now at quarterback. Sampson, Kramer, and Trigg in the backfield. They'll give to Sampson. Not a lot of running room. So he'll be brought down after, now he'll lose about a yard. Number 40, Sam Scott, now in at that fullback position. 72, Sam Hannis. 74, Denny Knowlton. Also in on the right side of that offensive line. Third down, 9. Ludwig wants to throw. He throws for Leisure. Ball's a little bit high off his hands. Incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Also on the offensive line there, number 62, Brian Horner. Number 77, Chris Demerling. And now some more people. And it's going to bring up a punting situation from the 30-yard line. And Eric Kramer will be the punter. No chance here for Eric to really show his leg, but we know he has. He'll try to knock it out of bounds. The snap's very high. And he'll try to get it off. And it's partially deflected. And we've got a flag and bodies all over the place. No flag as far as the roughing the kickers. I think the defender was able to get a piece of that ball. I'm not sure what the flag is over there and they're going to pick the flag up. The official admits to a mistake, and there is no flag. Shenandoah will take over, and what is that, about the 30-yard line.
No net yards on the punt, but I'll tell you, Jeff, I didn't see any contact with the ball that time. Looked like Kramer stuck his hand out there to the side, or stuck his foot out to the side and got the ball away. The thing about that is if you have to take off to get the ball, you're live bait then, I believe is the rules. So that's why there was no flag on that.
Okay. First defense is back in. Hand off to one of the upbacks for Shenandoah. He's brought down there by Young and others. And a flag went into the pile, and it's a face mask penalty against Monroe Central. They'll take the ball out to the 45-yard line. And another Shenandoah first down. There's not been a lot of first downs for the Zeps tonight. And I'm not sure who the flag was on. He met some resistance there from Young and probably Hamilton and Baker along with the linebackers in there. Somebody holding the face mask, a 15-yard penalty. Again, we hand off to Nathan Thomas. He breaks out of the pile and will be pulled down from behind by Hamilton after about a 4 or 5 yard pickup. And also see Dustin Hughes is back in the lineup, and that's good to see.
Nice job by Thomas there, bouncing it outside. He's only 5'9". Has the same sort of advantage that Dustin Robeson does. He good balance, comes into the line hard. Stays always sort of hard to see for some of those bigger guys.
He's a real good athlete. I know, a fine basketball player also. And he'll get the ball on the pitch to the right side. Hughes and will make the tackle there and then get some help from Hamilton and Kramer. Shoemaker also. Some real good pursuit by the Seminole defense. But Dustin Hughes came up and made that first hit. About a minute and a half remaining in the third period. Third down and about 4. The ball just into Monroe Central territory at the 49-yard line. Shenandoah has not ventured into Monroe Central territory very often or very far thus far this evening. Shoemaker showing blitz. He's picked up. Cobb fakes, tries to bootleg outside. Scott Wilson. Scott Wilson able to run him down out there. A loss of about 7 yards, or a little more than that, about 13 yards.
Scooter showing some real nice speed there, chasing the quarterback down. Tell you what, nice job by the Shenandoah line picking Luke Shoemaker up on that blitz. Luke's had a lot of success coming up and shooting through and creating havoc in the backfield. And really a non-factor that time.
A guy like Scott sees a chance to get a sack on that. He's going to pursue that clear as far as he needs to get that sack. So 4th and long, the punting situation. Some pressure again. The kick, the line drive. Taken by Weddle. He'll give a little bit of ground, try to get outside here. He'll step away from a couple people and be brought down at about the 36-yard line.
Big play there by, I believe that was 15 made that tackle. That's a big play because he was the last man between Will and the goal line, I believe.
So Monroe Central will take over. The clock is going to run down here with 5 seconds and running in the third period. We'll take a timeout with the score: Monroe Central 35, Shenandoah nothing. We'll be right back for the fourth period.
Bellwood Drugs is your locally owned full-service discount price drugstore. Call 472-0417 for 24-hour emergency service. We'll be here for you. Delivery and mail-out services are available. We stock wheelchairs, hospital beds, canes, crutches, and other accessories. Retirees ask Joe or Tom about our hassle-free Aetna prescription service. As a leader chain store, we bring you bargain prices on an assortment of products every month. Don't forget to bring us your photo finishing with 24-hour service. Bellwood Drugs, people you know and people you can trust with your health.
Before winter stops you in your tracks, stop by Monroe Tire Center, formerly Alt Sales. The same top-quality tires and dependable service you've grown to expect. They've just added computerized front-end and four-wheel alignment service, specializing in front-end work including shocks, struts, and brake service. They carry a fine line of Hercules and Summit brand tires and can provide for all your tire needs, new, used, or retreads. They also carry car and truck batteries, as well as custom wheels. For honest, dependable service, call Monroe Tire Center at 472-5188.
We're back from Shenandoah High School, getting ready for the fourth period. 35-0 Monroe Central leading. Jason Ludwig at quarterback as he leads this reserve unit out to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. And he'll give the ball to Sampson. Running room to the left side. Taken out of bounds over there in front of the Shenandoah bench. Number 19, Brandon Jennings.
Nice block that time by the left tackle, Sam Hannes. Gave Jamie a little bit of running room, allowed him to bounce it outside there. Sam, pretty big boy and a lot of strength. Moved his man about 6 yards down the field that time on pretty much just a straight handoff.
We get about 4 changes offensively here for Monroe Central. As once again tonight, it'll be that way for the fourth period. A lot of people getting some time and very valuable playing experience. 35-0 Monroe Central leads. We have just started the fourth period. Wishbone formation. Ludwig will hand the ball to number 32. That's Daniel Ludwig. And nothing going there as he's met just as he takes that handoff. And that'll be a loss. A couple of yards back to about the 41-yard line. Daniel Ludwig will now check out. Wishbone formation again. Cole Harrelson split wide to the right. Jason Ludwig back to throw. He slips, keeps his balance, and is now going to be pulled down by number 71, David Fish. We also have a flag on the play. The officials will take a moment here and sort this out.
Preliminary call holding there. They're talking to the Shenandoah captains. Doesn't seem like they would take the penalty with the loss on the sack. Second unit here at Monroe Central going against the first unit of Shenandoah, so you can't really expect a whole lot of success from them.
We'll get a punting situation as the holding penalty against Monroe Central is declined. And that'll be the first unit back in to handle the punting situation. Eric Kramer, however, will punt as he's traded spots with Dustin Hughes. And a good snap back. And the punt, kind of short line drive. Number 24 takes it, and not much going right there. Number 78, Jeremy Kramer, all over him. And that was number 24, Troy Miller. And not much going there as Kramer delivers a big-time hit.
Kramer, the snapper on that, made a real nice snap and beelined right down the center of the field. Doesn't look like, well, couldn't have been anybody pick him up anywhere coming down the field. He was there in a hurry.
And we still have the first Monroe Central defense in. Shenandoah with their first offensive unit still in the game. Number 20, Thomas, tries to get outside. He'll break away from one tackle over there and then be driven out of bounds by Jeremy Kramer. It looks like a flag. Looking for a signal, and it's a face mask against Monroe Central. That's the second such penalty here in the last few minutes. And now move the ball down 15 yards. I know some people might think, well, why is the first defense still in there? Well, as long as Shenandoah still has their first offensive unit in the game, it's not really fair to the freshmen and sophomores of Monroe Central. They're playing against bigger and older players of Shenandoah.
Well, basically, Jeff, the way I look at this is they haven't given up yet. And, we're leading. They haven't said uncle. Why should we quit on them if they're not going to say uncle?
Thomas is the ball carrier. He'll be brought down by Hamilton. gain of about a yard, just across the 40-yard line. Second down, call it 9, as we've moved inside 10 minutes remaining in the game. Ralph Cobb still quarterback for Shenandoah. 2 wide receivers to the left. And we've got movement. One of the wideouts over here on the left side moved prior to the snap. And before the officials could get their whistle blown, somebody shot through there from Monroe Central and leveled the quarterback, Cobb.
Like the right tackle and the left slot back both took off a little early on that play.
And it is a 5-yard penalty against Shenandoah, which will make it 2nd and 14. Clock is running. Shenandoah appears to be in no hurry as far as getting off a lot of plays here. Early in the game, they showed some no huddle, but that didn't work out real well, so they went back to the regular huddle most of the evening since. Again, here comes a blitz from Shoemaker. The back, Thomas, breaks through. He'll be pulled down by number 20, Dustin Robinson, but not before about a 10, 12-yard pickup. When you blitz like that and the play goes to the other side, a lot of times that's the result.
Doesn't give you much support back there. That's a situation where wrong defense, right play called.
3rd down, about 2 for Shenandoah, as they desperately try to get on the scoreboard here, work on some things. You know, at 3 and 3, and they know they have a big task ahead of them again next week, as Bellsville will come in to Shenandoah. Cobb, the quarterback, will just run straight forward on a quarterback sneak. And he does have the 1st down just across the 30-yard line. We'll get a couple of receivers out to the left once again. Backs in the backfield and they'll pitch the ball to Thomas to the left. Not much going. He'll try to get back the other way. He'll step away from one tackle, but he won't step away from Jeremy Kramer.
Well, he pitched the ball back to Cobb that time when he come around. Ralph said, I don't want it.
Saw Jeremy coming.
So the result of all that's about a 5-yard loss. 2nd down, 15. Give the ball to Thomas, second man, and not much going there. Looked like maybe Jamie Brewer at defensive end had first contact, and then a couple other people there to help finish the play off. About a yard. 3rd down, 14. So we move inside 7 minutes remaining in the game. Cobb will throw, and ball is intercepted. That's Jeremy Kramer, who then fumbles the ball out of bounds. But Jeremy Kramer playing this series at linebacker, different from his normal defensive end position, and he'll probably want a little bit of that steak.
I'll take it that way. Yeah, Jeremy dropped back that time into the zone, did a nice job, played right where he's supposed to.
Jeremy over here a little bit upset. I think it's because he fumbled the ball and feels like he had a chance to get some real big yardage on that return. But Jeremy Kramer, his interception, he's going to try to catch brother Eric on that race for the interception lead. Jason Ledwig back now at quarterback, and he'll hand off to Jamie Sampson. He has running room up the middle.
It's like he picked up 1st down, 10, 11 yards on 1st down for Jamie. Nice run that time.
Nice yardage there for Jamie Sampson, and it will be a 1st down. About 11 yards on the carry. See number 85, that will be Jason Hiles in now, one receiver position. Lazier starts to come out, now back in. And he'll replace number 86, Levi Wilson. There's a lot of new people in here as they've played a couple of series offensively. And it'd be nice if they could drive it down here and get a score. They'll give it to Sampson again. And no go this time as he'll be pulled down near the line of scrimmage. He may even lose a half a yard. Number 77, Justin Morris, a freshman, in on the tackle. If you haven't had a chance to get out on Monday evening to a reserve game, this coming Monday evening, the Seminoles will be at home, and Shenandoah will be the opponent. They try to start around 5 o'clock or shortly after. So if you have a chance, come on out and watch the young Seminoles in action. This is Eric Kramer as he tries to get outside. He's pulled down by number 71, David Fish. Not much as far as a gain. Give him a couple. Third and about 8. I think the Seminole reserves are maybe 3-1, 4-1. I'm not sure exactly the record. I think just one loss. They lost their first reserve game to Shady Side, and they've been able to get some people into right positions, a little more practice time, and have done quite well since then.
I tell you, it's a big key to our future success, and if the way they've been playing is any indication, it's success.
Ledward wants to throw the ball here to Cole Harrelson. He's going to make the catch and get some running room for a first down out across the 35 near the 30. That's number 84, Cole Harrelson. And that's probably Cole's first varsity reception of this season.
Nice catch, nice run after the catch by Cole that time.
You mentioned, just 6 seniors on the Seminole team all play key roles, and some of the people in the field now playing on Monday nights will step in and fill the roles of those 6 seniors and be a part of what we hope will be a fine season next year as we keep the tradition rolling. 4:22 remaining. Ledwig, he'll give the ball to number 32, Daniel Ledwig. And that's not much going on there. Number 77 and 31. That's Morris, number 77 and 31. Jeff Rapley. Give Daniel Ledwig about a yard. Second down, 9. More people in as Hannes leaves the game in favor of number 70, Tom Jones. Give the ball to number 40, Sam Scott. With a man holding on to him, he keeps the legs moving, gets a couple of yards. Number 58 on the tackles, Doug Reed, another freshman for Shenandoah. And Sam Scott getting his first carry of the evening. He'll pick up a couple of yards there.
Reed did a nice job of holding on there. Sam would have been able to get a shake free from him. He might have turned that into a big gain.
Sam going to do a good job of keeping the legs moving and getting a couple yards with a pretty good sized fella hanging on to it. Third down, about 7. There's the handoff to Scott, I believe, once again. It is Sam Scott. He'll pick up yardage to about the 30, inside the 30, call it the 26-yard line. Fourth down now, about 3.5 for the first down. We're inside 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the game. It's been all Seminole since the first quarter. 2 first period touchdowns followed up by 2 second period touchdowns. Another score in the third, and it's 35-0. And Ledwig on the option. He'll pitch the ball to Trigg. He'll break into the free, and he'll have a first down near the 10-yard line.
Real nice job by Jason Ludwig getting a pitch off there with the guy right in his face, had a hold of him. Looked a little like Joe and Dustin executing that time.
And you really don't realize the fact that a lot of the people in the field now don't get a lot of opportunity to run plays during the week of practice. This is your scout team. They're running the opponent's plays.
As I said, they know Shenandoah's offense about as well as Shenandoah by game time. Yeah, that's a tough job for some of these kids. They have to learn a new offense during the week and then come out on Monday nights and reserve games or come out and mop-up duty like this and still remember their own plays.
We have a timeout on the field, 2:07 remaining. Shenandoah calling the timeout.
Telephones, radios, fax machines, videos, sound equipment, adapters, and converters of all kinds. Scanners, smoke alarms, tape recorders, televisions, toys, games, VCRs, antennas, batteries, camcorders, and computers are just some of the things you'll find at Day Appliance and Radio Shack. With brand names including Quasar, GE, Realistic, and Memorex, they offer a wide variety of computers with IBM compatibility. For all of your electronic needs, see the vast inventory in stock at Day Appliance. They'll be happy to special order, too. See them today, Day Appliance and Radio Shack.
We're back here for the last 2 minutes and 7 seconds. The Seminoles in possession, first and goal. The ball just inside the 10-yard line as they try to get another score on the board. Ledwig will hand the ball to the first back on a little dive play. That's number 32, Daniel Ledwig. And no running room for Daniel. He'll be hit shy of the 10. Loss of a couple yards back to the 11. Clock inside 2 minutes. Again, some new people out in the lineup. Make sure everybody gets a little bit of time in. It'd be nice for this unit to punch the ball into the end zone. A lot of satisfaction by the JVs to be able to score on Friday nights. Jason Ledwig's going to give the ball to Sampson. He'll break away and be down near the end zone. And it is a touchdown.
11 yards, Jamie Sampson.
26, Jamie Sampson.
A couple nice cuts that time by Jamie. He about the 5-yard line decided to cut it back in.
I thought maybe Jamie made a mistake cutting back to the middle where he had running room to the outside, but he was able to step away from the tackle and get to the end zone with a fine second effort and get in there. And now we're ready to kick the extra point. We only have 2 Monroe Central players on the field, so I think we're going to get a timeout here and maybe get a couple more people out on the field.
I think what you're going to do is try to locate Eric Kramer's shoe this week. At home last week, I think they wanted to try one.
Well, I asked Eric about that this week at school, and he said he just carried the ball several plays in a row. And when he got into the end zone, he was just out of breath and come out of the game a little bit. Then he said said be carried 4 or 5 times in a row, so that's kind of tough.
Well, I looked down and I saw guys running around the bench frantically looking for something. I just assumed it was the shoe. I was sitting in the press box with the PA last week at the home game, and I could see the toe of the shoe sitting on the bench with a towel over it. Everybody was looking. I'm yelling. I didn't want to say it over the PA system. Hey, look under the towel on the bench.
A little bit of hide and seek with the shoe probably, yeah. But we're together now in the JV group. We'll try this extra point, and it will be Kramer out of a Jason Ledwig hold. The snap's a little high. The kick is down, and it's good. It wasn't real pretty, but it's effective.
Hey, we'll take it.
Last week, a little high snap, and the kick was blocked. High snap this week. Good job getting it down by Ledwig.
I'll tell you what,
kick is good.
Jason's done a nice job all year getting that snap down. He's the holder for the first string also, and he's taken a lot of snaps this year that's been high and got them down for Joe. Done a real nice job.
That means you don't have to break in a new holder for your placements for 3 more seasons. But the kick by Kramer, as we said, good. 1 minute, 21 seconds remaining in the game, makes the score 42-0. And as I said earlier, there's another touchdown by your younger players, your JV players, who scored twice last week in the Waterford game. And it's real nice for them to be able to get in there and to score. And you cannot accuse a team of running up the score when your JV team is scoring.
So they put together a nice drive that time. Kramer's interception gave us the ball about to 40 and went 60 yards, several plays, ate up a lot of time. And
Eric Kramer will kick off. It'll be kind of off the side of his foot, roll around over here on the side. It's still rolling around where Shenandoah will finally cover the ball at about the 20-yard line. Ball was rolling around on the grass. Number 15, that would be Fish. Daniel Fish finally able to cover the loose ball.
Not sure if rules are still the same, but really used to be if the kickoff team held the opponent inside the 20 on a kickoff, that was a star for everybody on the kickoff team. So that ball is definitely inside the 20, so it looks like 11 guys are going to pick up a star for that play.
JV players picking up a special team award. So the last minute of play, Cobb still a quarterback for Shenandoah. They'll hand off to Thomas once again. He'll be pulled down by number 58, it looked like. Daniel Cole. And some others. 4-yard pickup, 50 seconds remaining in the game. Maybe a couple more plays, and we'll be able to get out of here. Another win. Seminoles to go to 7-0, and what should maintain their position in first place in the computer region, even though it doesn't look like a real good week this year as far as our defeated opponents posting wins. Hand off to the first back, number 24, Miller. He'll carry people with him and get a first down. Clock stops at 23 seconds while they remove the chains. And Bishop Donahue did not play this weekend, and some other opponents up against very difficult tasks. And hopefully a couple people can come through with wins, because you get bonus points for the games that they win. But 7-0 should keep the Seminoles in first place in the region. And next week, Bel Air St. John's will pay a visit to Monroe Central, and they were 4-2 entering tonight's game at Buckeye Trail. And we don't know the score of that game, but with at least 4 wins and possibly 5 as they come in. So they'll be worth a lot of points. Cobb will just run a sneak as time expires, and the ball game is over. Well, week 7 in the books. Another very fine win by the Seminoles, 42-0. As they'll get a 7-0 and 4-0 in the PVC. We'll step out of the PVC next week to play Bel Air St. John's, and it will be the final home game of the year. So if you've not been out to see a game, you better get out this next week, or else you're going to have to make a road trip. And it will be Parents' Night. So we hope to see everyone there. Lance, a pleasure again working with you.
Pleasure to work with you, Jeff.
And that'll about do it from Shenandoah High School. So for Lance LaFog, Dale Eddy, Joanne Palmer, this is Jeff Stevens saying good night. The final score once again, 42-0 in favor of Monroe Central. Good night. See you next week.
Maybe you already knew that Woodsfield Ashland has 100% pure gasoline along with kerosene and diesel fuel, and about their drive-thru where you can pick up your favorite snacks, slushers, legal beverages, or pop. You probably know about Kirk's ice cream, available in 16 flavors. It's guaranteed to bring a smile to your face. But did you know that Woodsfield Ashland sells great pizza? Just call ahead at 472-1745 to order your pizza for before or after the game. And don't forget their drive-thru service, open Monday through Saturday 6 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. and Sunday 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call Swiss Lands Realty at 472-0614 if you're looking for a quiet place in the country, like this 3-bedroom ranch surrounded by a beautiful view. Free gas located just 4 miles from Woodsfield. Or just listed, this new log home on 30 acres has rustic charm with a huge flat yard, secluded yet close to the state road. If you have property to sell, call us at 472-0614. We take listings on all types of property at Swiss Lands Realty.